put the discipline in hand. Smart actions leading, yeah, we teach him how to stand. Structure over noise, 네 오니에 모이도 돼. Every loss another lesson, every leg go from awareness flow. That's the motto, everything. Consistency, the mission. We just level up the place, yeah. Action trading, Shockwave 15. Let's buy strikers. Trade safe. Trade smart. And dominate.
Yeah. Smart action trading. Spot strikers. We ain't chasing hype. We chasing structure. Look. I came from the bottom where the sharks move reckless. Everybody online selling dreams, no direction. I was studying candles while they flexing their possessions. Now the whole team eating off discipline progression. See, the market don't care about emotion or your ego. One bad trade turned a winner to a zero. That's why I move calm, real surgical with the reload. Waiting on the setup, patience sharper than the needle. None of me, yeah, the pressure start building. Everybody over trading, I'm just watching how they feeling. Shockwave on the chart, and the moment start revealing how the levels line up and the confidence appeal. I used to chase every move, now I'm focused on precision. Cut the noise out the room, and distraction my religion. Took losses on the chin, turned pain into tuition. Not a whole playbook, different when you trade with a vision. Structure over noise, yeah, we moving with a plan. Real traders build slow, we ain't rushing for the bands. Let's buy strikers in the building, put the discipline in hand. Smart action trading, yeah, we teach them how to stand. Structure over noise, we don't gamble, we prepare. Every loss another lesson, every win come from awareness. That's the motto every day. Consistency the mission, we just level up the play. See, I done seen the fake gurus come and go quick. Screenshots look good, but the lifestyle don't fit. We was in the trenches, really building through the losses. Learning risk management before I ever taught profits. Now it's live streams, game plans, market breakdowns. Everybody's locked in, why don't you can't stake now? AI tools, flow data, levels mapped out. Trade assist engine got the whole team spaced out. Ever needed Mambos just to prove I got results. I had to teach a trader how to never self-destruct. Cause one good system with discipline enough can change your whole life when the pressure gets tough. That's why the movement bigger than a Discord or a trade. It's a mindset shift, watch the confidence get raised. From beginner to advance, every lesson get engraved. Entropy refined, that's the way greatness made. Structure over noise, yeah, we mean for where to plan. Real traders build slow, we ain't rushing for the band. Structure over noise, yeah, we moving with a plan. Real traders build slow, they ain't rushing for the band. Spot strikers in the building, put the discipline in hand. Smart actions leading, yeah, we teach them how to stand. Structure over noise, 네 오니에 모이도 돼. Every loss another lesson, every leg go from awareness flow. That's the motto, everything. Consistency the mission, we just level up the place, yeah. Action trading, Shockwave 15. Let's buy strikers. Trade safe. Trade smart. And dominate. Yeah. Smart action trading. Spot strikers. We ain't chasing hype. We chasing structure. Look. I came from the bottom where the sharks move reckless. Everybody online selling dreams, no direction. I was studying candles while they flexing their possessions. Now the whole team eating off discipline progression. See, the market don't care about emotion or your ego. One bad trade turned a winner to a zero. That's why I move calm, real surgical with the reload. Waiting on the setup, patience sharper than a needle. None of me, yeah, the pressure start building. Everybody over trading, I'm just watching how they feeling. Shock wave on the chart, and the moment start revealing how the levels line up and the confidence.
Top of the morning, traders, and happy July 6th. Happy Monday, July 6th. Hope everyone had a wonderful long weekend, is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled week. This is the first official full week of the month, so ensure to have a plan for the month, have a plan of attack. All right, you're not going to find success through randomness. It's very important that you have a strategic approach. You make the proper adjustments, look to take advantage of best opportunities, and look to capitalize on the best opportunities today. As always, guys, make sure to manage your risk. Everything you're seeing on the channels is not financial advice. It's for educational purposes. So by no means am I trying to lure you to take these trades. It's just things that I'm doing, and I'm just sharing the trades that I'm taking, and I'm trying to give you some insight and a little bit of training as well. All right, so let's jump right into it, guys. So far, we're seeing a nice push on SPY above that PMH. We do have a weekly gap open to kick things off, and we're headed towards this major rejection zone up there. All right, so far we gap up to open things up. Let that settle. We're above that PMH. SPY's above PMH. We're seeing small caps above PMH as well. The Dow above PMH. Q's bouncing below PML, but not at PMH. Tesla starting to push the upside. Apple, I have a close eye on Apple for today, guys. Apple might make a push to all-time highs this week. That leads us right into the poll question for this week, guys. Poll question for this week on YouTube for today is, do we make all-time highs this week? Do we make all-time highs this week? Do we make all-time highs this week? Good morning, guys. Okay, this gap is a weekly opening gap. Okay, weekly opening gaps have precedence over daily gaps. Let's mark that out, and let's get settled in. All right, so if you're trading PMHs and PMLs, all right, try to see, before you go long, just do your due diligence in that area. All right, a lot of traps can take place today. We do have ISM data at 10 a.m. ISM data at 10 a.m., so be mindful of that. Put in the chat, are you looking to trade before 10 a.m. or after 10 a.m.? Before 10 a.m. or after 10 a.m.? If you're trading opening range setups, you are, of course, you're trading before 10 a.m. If you're trading a 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute. Good morning, guys. And let's get the likes up. Make sure to like the video, guys. Let's get the likes up. We already have 100 plus people in the chat. As you're coming in, smash the like button. 100 likes will do the giveaway. 100 likes will do the giveaway. Good morning, guys. Good morning, team. Good morning. Apple showing some signs of life. Palantir also starting to show some signs of life as well. We are seeing some activity to open things up. See some activity in the memory names. Okay, some of the activity in the memory names, semiconductor names as well. So let's see if there's some follow through. So weekly open is here. So far, SPY's above that PMH. See if you can hold above that PMH when it's all said and done in the 5. We've been range bound since basically since 4 a.m. guys. Since 4 a.m. the start of pre-market, we've been range bound, and I want to see if we can hold above that PMH. Okay, so can the bulls get a small victory? Okay, and hold above this PMH in daily open. Small caps continue to lead the way. Dow continues to lead the way. Palantir starting to push the upside. Tesla, nasty trap on Tesla. Nvidia below that PML. Meta not doing much. Massive sell-off on Meta. Massive sell-off on Tesla on Thursday. So what's promising to the upside? What looks promising to the upside, guys? So far, okay. early. Give me 1 second. Let me fix my watch. Fix my watch. Let me clear that watch list. Is small caps. Small caps look promising to the upside so far. Apple, Palantir look promising to the upside. And possibly SPY if it can stay above that PMH. The Dow continues to push the upside. Dow continues to push the upside. If we take a look at the sectors, okay. SMH leading the way. Again, the way they measure the performance, guys, is Friday's close in relation to today's open. Okay, what's the difference? The way I like to measure it is the opening price versus where we are. That gives you the most realistic, to me, the best price. The opening price, Tesla continues to fall off a cliff, guys. Tesla continues to fall off a cliff. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone on YouTube. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Thumbs up if the audio is good. Thumbs up if the audio is good. Yeah, so poll question is very straightforward today. Does SPY make all-time highs this week? Not today, this week. 63% of the chat says yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. God bless you, George, and your family, health, economy, and followers. May you receive likes from all the viewers with gratitude and respect. Amen. Amen. God bless you too. God bless everyone in the chat. Thank you, Fishman, for always speaking life. Deuteronomy 8:18. Thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealthy. 100%. Amen. Is there a promo code to join? Promo code to join. Use trial 30. Trial 30. Give that a try. Trial 30. So some of you did take advantage of the July 4th special. You have access. You have yearly access, okay, and lifetime access to the indicator. So that promotion is gone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So the PMH, the deception about PMH, all right, we know we've seen this before. Tesla, guys, Tesla is just falling off a cliff. Be wary of some traps. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's make money. Good morning. New for us. Good morning, good morning, good morning 2018. Good morning, News. Good morning, J1P. Thank you for supporting the channel. Good morning, King Skrilla. Good morning, good morning. Amen, amen, Jose. Good morning, good morning, good morning, John, Elian, Joe P, Turbo, Jen, Firefly. I didn't get a chance to shout everyone on the chat this morning. But good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Okay, Trump live on CNBC. Let's take a look at it.
No doubt. Everybody's eligible who's born in this country. So, yes. You would hope that. And then they're creating future mad money viewers.
Trump accounts.
I think that matters tremendously. Yes. You're going to be here in 18 years. Well, I sure hope so. Yeah. And I like the idea there for this.
Let me know if you guys can hear. Thank you for the update.
Because I can't come out every single night and say, you know what, I really like this. Well, they will. They will. And speaking of other stocks, let's keep an eye on the broader market this morning. We do have
Trump is live. Trump accounts are live. So I believe it's anyone that's born this year to be between this year and from this point on, right? They get money deposited into their account as an American. And I think that's a brilliant idea. I think that's a brilliant idea. I think that's a great way to get a head start. All right. And what does that mean, guys? More flow coming into the market. All right. More flow coming into the market. All right. So what do we see with that PMH? We discussed the importance of watching for those traps this morning with the team, guys. Okay. We get that nice little break. Can you short that? Can you scalp that? Sure, you can. But again, bigger picture turns into a trap. We slide back to downside, fall back below that daily open, and we're heading towards that PML territory. So this is the kind of action we can anticipate. All right. This is the kind of action we can anticipate. That $1,000 untouched, okay, after 18 years, all right, without even making any deposits. Just imagine. All right, at a 10% return. We know SPY's been outperforming. People say SPY only does 12. All right, that's the in totality. But in the last 10 years, SPY has been in the teens, high teens. Okay, high teens. Okay. At 12%. All right, you're doubling every 6 years. Okay, at 12% return, you're doubling every 6 years. All right, so you're going to get, for 18 years, that's 3 units of 6 years. So you're going to triple the money. All right, so you get 3x return. 300x return. All right, so then that's a great way. That's a great way. If you ask me, that just creates more flow. That creates more flow for the market. More inflows coming in. So we'll keep a close eye on that. We'll monitor the situation. CNBC looks like they're hogging the coverage. See if I can find the exact. Okay, that's what I want to find. Here we go.
Thing we're working on later on, and it'll be also, I think, very popular. And I guess the best definition is they have a plan in Australia, which people really like. It's really worked out very well, incredibly well, and very respected. And we're going to be talking about that with Congress and see if we can implement it. And that would be more for grown-ups as opposed to children, but it's something that's going to be great, I think, if we can get it done.
Team Palantir starting to show some strength. Palantir's above PMH. Palantir and Apple early candidates. We'll continue to listen here.
His son Lincoln, as well as Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, who has really been an incredible.
Thumbs up if the audio is good.
You put him as the Secretary of the Treasury because he's central casting. Do we agree? What do you say? More importantly, he's done a great job. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler, who's been phenomenal. Chairman of the SEC, Paul Atkins. Paul, thank you. What a job you do. You know, there's always been a problem there, and with you, everything goes smoothly. Although I have to say, Jay did a very good job also, right? During my first term. But Paul's been incredible. All right,
President just talking about the accounts. Okay. Small caps, out of all the indexes, I like the small caps, the upside. All right, in the next few minutes here. In that case, I'll be looking at the 300 strikes. For the calls, Palantir showing some strength. Palantir showing the most amount of strength. NVIDIA, guys. NVIDIA, it's a hate and love relation with NVIDIA. Okay, it's been a hate and love relation with NVIDIA. Now starting to turn into a hate relation with NVIDIA. Right, there's no falter behind those moves. All right, so if you do trade NVIDIA, just be mindful to be diligent in your profit taking, to be diligent in your risk. Okay, be a little sharper with that particular ticker. We are seeing Meta fall off a cliff. We're seeing Netflix fall off a cliff. We're seeing Tesla fall off a cliff. We're seeing Amazon fall off a cliff. VIX is still under that 1650. Okay, just hovering around that 1650. What else we got going on? We got Broadcom. Broadcom above that PMH. Nice push on Broadcom. See if Broadcom can stay above that 379.65. Broadcom is touching that, bouncing off support on the daily. AMD, okay, very close to the highs of the day, above that PMH weekly 50% retrace. We got TSM near the highs of the day. We got Intel near the highs of the day, pulling back slightly. We got Meta falling off a cliff. We got MU slicing and dicing to the downside. A lot of buyers at that PML. We got Tesla, okay, resurfacing. Tesla trying to make a resurgence back to the upside. We're seeing JPM continue to push the upside. We got Palantir continue to push the upside. All right, so mixed bag here. Mixed bag. So no trade so far, no pre-existing positions over a long weekend. Okay. Anyone take the 50 MA bounce last week? Or maybe further dated cons? Yeah, IW looks nice. All right, IW sleeper, guys. IW great is a great index to trade. That's where the momentum is here, guys. Small caps have the cleanest chart. You can see on the 5 they broke above. If you're looking for that pullback on IW between 298.70, 298.50, nice 20-cent spread. Gives you a nice key zone right there. Multiple key levels converge. If you're looking for that continued expansion, be mindful up above. We do have some overhead traffic. We have a key zone up there. Okay, we have that quarterly open right above us. Palantir, Tesla looking to go the other way. Apple as well. Apple has a beautiful daily chart. Apple looking at the 310s. Calls. Apple, these are zeros. Be mindful of that. Palantir only offers the weeklies. Those are going to be Friday's contracts. Okay, so let's see Palantir continue to push. SPY not doing much, guys. 10 o'clock is 16 minutes away. 10 o'clock is 16 minutes away. Okay, Palantir is here. Have no fear, Palantir is here. All right, shockwave time. IWM, just be mindful. Overhead resistance. Okay, we have that quarterly open. For Meta, break below that 584.25. See if Palantir can get that decisive hold above that level. SPY is trying to resurface here as well. There goes the Qs as well. Qs are starting to push the upside. Can Palantir hold? Okay, IW starting to go. See if IW can hold. Palantir. See if Palantir can hold as well. Palantir, IW. Keep a close eye on Tesla the other way. Okay, the dip gets bought on Tesla. See if Tesla can start to aggressively reverse. Okay, Tesla. I'm looking at the 410s, 405s. Palantir starting to rock and roll. Okay, IWM starting to go as well. Okay, it's heading towards that quarterly open. Right, we're seeing some traffic at that quarterly open. Tesla, look at that resurgence on Tesla. Apple starting to go as well. See if Apple can start to go. Tesla needs to overcome this major zone here. If Tesla gets above 4105, does have some room to go. Okay, just want to rule out that PMH. That PMH SPY is just trappy. Okay, at least we're compressing, so we know. All right. That can be a nice move brewing, okay? Palantir, give me that pullback. If you took Palantir already, manage it quarterly. Okay. Keeping a close eye on Tesla, keeping a close eye on Apple. If you're in small caps, all right. It's above that quarterly open. Good. Anyone take IWM? You took it via shockwave. Good. Tesla has had some traffic at that quarterly 50% retrace, 40105. Right, but if you can get past that territory, Tesla could be a candidate to go. Waiting for pullback on Palantir. We'll wait for pullback on IW. Okay, waiting for those two pullbacks to come into play. Palantir pulling back. Quick tap on Palantir. That tap was so quick on Palantir. Palantir can go with the 135s. You can go as far as 140. I mean, they do expire Friday. They have some volume there. Okay, Tesla coming into play. Tesla. See if Tesla can just pull one more time. That Tesla has that 200 EMA sitting right there above it. Okay, Tesla's going to need the support of SPY. SPY can break out, Tesla can go. Okay, nice break on Tesla. See if Tesla can just pull in just a little bit. Pull in just a little bit, Tesla. Just a little bit. Tesla's starting to push. Small cap starting to push. Q's joining the party. Q's joining the party. Q's joining the party. Small caps retesting. Small caps retesting. How we doing, guys? So Q's starting to go. SPY looks like it wants to go. Tesla going. Palantir gone. Tesla's out of here, guys. Tesla's out of here. SPY is also coming into play. SPY is also coming into play. VIX is going south. VIX is southbound. Which is favorable to the upside. Okay, Q continues to push the upside, so our rotation into those names coming into play. Rotation into names coming into play. Small. Looks like SPY wants to join the party as well. Scale out on the Qs. Scale out on the Qs. No scale out on small caps yet. Nice retest on small caps. Tesla 4105. Between 4105, 466. Keep a close eye on that territory. And Tesla is also trying to resurface above that 200 EMA. So Tesla, the way Tesla started today, guys, Tesla started off dumping and then pumping. SPY trying to go double top up there. So no trade so far. How we doing, strikers? How we doing, guys? Took IWM, good. Okay. Find your spot, shoot your shot. Okay, find your spot, shoot your shot. I want to get that alert on Tesla. SPY starting to dump. Look at that rejection. Double top. Right? So you can see open range break traders, okay, we'll take that. If they manage risk, that's a trade. If they don't manage risk, they get wiped out. Right? That's why it's so important. With Shockwave, you're not going to get that signal there. I want to get that alert on Tesla. If SPY starts to really break down, team, SPY starts to really break down, we can start to see Netflix and Meta fall off a cliff. Okay. Tesla not at that retest point quite yet. PMA's retest on the Q's possible. The Dow's dragging us back, guys. Dow's dragging us back. So we're seeing that rotation out of the Dow into the Q's. Tesla break below those lows. Okay, Tesla. Okay, I'll take the Tesla calls right there. I'm going to Tesla calls. My risk is all the way at conservative. Okay, if you did take Tesla, manage accordingly. Oh, I was up 17%. That quick. That's how quick it moves, guys. Still in Tesla. I want to see if I can take it to the highs of the day. If you need to TP, guys, TP on Tesla. Okay. It's going to move in tandem with SPY. If SPY can head towards these highs up here, Tesla has a chance to get to the highs of the day. If SPY completely collapses, okay, falls back below daily open, all right, more than likely Tesla will start to get into drawdown. All right, so manage accordingly, guys. Tesla's up 11%. See if Tesla can get above those highs and continue to push. Keep in mind that 200 EMA is right there on Tesla. 200 EMA on the daily. 200 EMA on the hourly, I should say. Okay. I want to see if I can take Tesla to the highs of the day. See SPY can start to go. If you scalped it already, good, good, good. Okay. SPY, we need participation from SPY. All right, no ifs, ands, or buts. SPY needs to hold this trend line support. If that can't hold trend line support, Tesla will start to slide. All right, so see if Tesla can push at least above that 401.45. And SPY get above PMH. QQQ, scale out. We have ISM coming in 4 minutes. I might be forced to take some off here. Okay, I'm gonna give it a minute. Okay, up 15, 13. Okay, I'll take a majority off right there for good measure. At 14, 15%. Okay, down to runners. Just for good measure. As we head into ISM, up 17. All right, just reduce my risk surface a little bit, up 26. Okay. Who took Tesla? Up 28, up 30. There we go, team. You can start the trail, make sure to TP, up 30% to kick off the first trade of the week. %, less than 10 minutes. See if Tesla can continue to push. I want Tesla to stay above this 9. All right, so I'll use that as a very tight trail. Okay, no close below that 9 on the 1 as I pursue 403.04. So I'll at least walk away with 10-15% out of it. If you took it to 30, good, good, good. ISM is 2 minutes away. So first trade of the day. SPY needs to hold that daily open. We can see some volatility here, guys. ISM's coming up. Be mindful of that. Anything can happen. Okay. If you close now, you're up 15-20%. I'm going to give it into the 9 with these runners. Tesla's a monster. Pound 2 coming back in. No close below that green line for me. 401.50 is my hard stop on the 1. All right, very tight. Trying to get it into that 403.04. See if we make some higher highs here. So thank you very much, Tesla. All right, great way to kick off the week. So my stop was basically break even. So no close below that 9, that green line. It's going to be predicated on ISM, guys. ISM volatility is coming. So if you close it before then, that's good. See if there's anything here favorable. Okay, I'll close it right there. So close Tesla right there. Close to break even. All right. Anything can happen at ISM. Okay. SPY is breaking down as well, so did get a nice little double-digit extraction. Did see upwards of 30%. Okay, so Tesla first trade. SPY complete mess, guys. SPY complete mess. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, guys? How we doing? How we doing, team? No trades yet. Good, good, good. Anyone take Tesla? If you took Tesla, if you held through, okay, if your hands were a little firmer than mine, you're back probably at 30%. Just ride that 9. Just ride that 9. Nvidia going as well. Nvidia going as well. Keep in mind, President still speaking. Oh, Tesla. Yeah, where did I take Tesla? Tesla right here, via shockwave. Now, let me take this off. This is done. So I took it right here. Textbook retest. I want to take it into the highs of the day. I mean, I guess ISM just shook me out. All right, so eventually got to the highs of the day. So ISM. Okay, so this is where I took it. Trade wins. So I first let it break. Okay, if it's meant to be. Okay, if it's meant to be, let it come back, get that retest, get that continue push the upside. And now Tesla is up nicely. All right, so if you held through that, good, good, good. If you took your profits already, good, good, good as well. All right, whatever as long as the net positive exchange, you can walk away happy. Because look at SPY, guys. So this morning, guys, folks on YouTube, we discussed with our team in length. All right, it's gonna be very choppy. Okay, so picking your spots is gonna be very, very important. And taking random trades has to come to an end. Okay, wasting your units of risk on randomness has to come to an end. Yeah, that was a nice setup on Tesla. Just ISM. ISM just gave me that cost to pause, and that cost a little bit, but regardless, nice setup. If you're riding that 9, good, good, good. Okay, QQQ for that retest. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Palantir gave that push to the upside. What more do we want? All right, the question always is, if an opportunity is given to us, okay, if the market gives us a mile, okay, we can't ask for a marathon. No, this gives us this. Into that key level, guys. $1 and some change. All right. Don't forget, these returns are taking place. Most of it is taking place under 5 minutes. Under 10 minutes. So don't discount 10, 15, 20, 25, 30% returns, okay, in these short periods of time. Okay. Would you rather put in the chat? Would you rather have a 25% return in 5 minutes, okay, or a 50% return in 1 hour, but you have to sit through a lot of back and forth? Okay. The way you answer that question, there's no right or wrong answer. The way you answer that question just reveals the type of trader you should be. All right. So my strong suit is you can give me 25 and 5. I'll take the 25 and 5 over the 50 in 60 minutes sitting through back and forth, because once I'm done with that 25, I can look for something else. Okay, I'm just there for a good time, not a long time. I'm in the position for a good time, not a long time. I'm not here to see. I'm not a ride or die. Okay. So nice push on Tesla. It gets all the way into the highs of the day. Quickly comes back. All right. So if you don't take your profits eventually, the market will. All right. So those contracts went from those Tesla contracts went from 95 cents, by the way, all the way to $1.55. I might have to hit Tesla again if it comes into that territory. I mean, throw the alert. I don't mind. Apple, keeping a close eye on Apple, flying under the radar. Palantir resurface. Palantir, you have to have you try to pair it with a higher time on the higher time frame. Take a look at Palantir on the hourly. Those contracts are a little further dated. All right, so it might be in your best interest to take a look at Palantir, bigger picture. SPY, complete mess, guys. All right, there's nothing for SPY to really price in. It's just open for the sake of being open. Even IWM. Shockwave plus the key levels. Okay. It gives you what you need. Okay, we have that quarterly open right over there. All right, you can see. Right above us, quarterly open. Okay, right above us, quarterly open. All right. So that also gives you a quick little scalp. So don't discount those little scalps. Now it's coming into this bounce area. Coming into this bounce area here. Okay, support. Avoid going short at support. SPY, just chopping around at PMH, daily open. Top of the gap from earlier. All right, let's get the likes up on YouTube, guys. Make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Tesla come in. Yeah, SPY, no trades for me on SPY. I have 50% retrace. Nice. Of that candle. Of that move, Lynn. Yep. So if you know, you know. 50% retrace. Okay. Have a bunch of zones in this area. A bunch of key levels in this area. Support. We bounce there. We'll take it again. You gotta shoot your shot at some point, right? So good. See if there's some follow through behind it. That's a nice aggressive push. See if there's some follow through behind it. Good call out. MCD. If that's still the slogan. Yep, MCD to the downside. Nice catch. I'm just watching, no trades. Good. All right, as you're coming in, guys, make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. First trade of the day, Tesla. Worked out nicely. Looking for a double dip on Tesla. If you can give me a double dip on Tesla, I don't mind re-engaging. Okay, contracts, we saw upwards of 30+%. Let's see what's going on across the board. Okay, we got Broadcom. If you're a Broadcom trader, watch out for that flag on Broadcom. Bull flag possibly brewing on Broadcom at 379.65 holding up. If that can hold up, keep a close eye on that. We got AMD continue to push to the upside. AMD, I'm really interested in getting to AMD, but the only issue is as AMD's IV come back down to earth. Okay, still 89, 88%. Okay, so AMD, if you do trade AMD, nice setup on Shockwave. We got TSM also going. We got Intel looking like it wants to go, holding that 125 psych level. That 125 psych level is also that PMH, so keep a close eye on Intel. Those names I just mentioned, guys, you want to pay attention to from the option standpoint. You want to pay attention to their IVs. Okay. Our friend Palantir is starting to resurface. See if Palantir can give me that reclaim. If Palantir gives that reclaim, I got the 140s. Okay, I'll take Palantir right there. Okay, these are Friday's contracts. Some of the Palantir calls, so I'll let this one kind of cook. I'm going to use the VWAP as my risk, okay? Have a little bit of time to let this play out. VWAP coincides with conservative. VWAP coincides with PMH. All right, so let's see if Palantir can start to go. These are further strike. These strikes are out there. All right, so if you took a closer strike, maybe it can work. It won't move. It won't be as volatile. Okay, so Palantir second trade. I'll let that cook in the background. All right, see if you can offer us a meal. MU, nothing much there. Tesla, okay, Tesla come back. I'm waiting for that retest. Nvidia got that break finally. JPM. Let's see if what JPM got for us. I think my last trade on Palantir was also a stop out. Could have been a stop out on Palantir. Okay. It's there. Those contracts move at a different pace, right? The pace is different. All right, as opposed to the contracts that expire same day or next day. The pace is different. Nice retest on the Qs. If you took the Qs retest, good. So if you see small caps, here, I want to bring this to your attention. If you have my key level indicator, we have that quarterly open right there. You take it long, okay? You can, if your shockwave is there, you take it to the upside, but just be mindful that there's some overhead resistance, overhead traffic. All right. Double-digit squeeze. Okay. Palantir. Let me take a look at Palantir on the hourly. Okay. Palantir could possibly, if Palantir knocks out the highs of the day, will be direction on the hourly. Okay. Palantir get above that weekly upside breaker. That'd be great. Last week's highs is within striking distance. Then we can start to rock and roll. If Palantir can knock out that 132.88 between now and first shift, okay, I'll be in good shape. All right, then it can start to really go. All right. So as far as time is concerned, time is not too much of a factor. It's more of the risk associated with the setup itself. So I'll give it some time to pan out. SPY continues to compress. Okay, so we came into this territory. We did make higher highs technically. Technically made those higher highs. How are we doing, strikers? MCD, good. More time in the race, exactly. So my brain is if I can get more in less time, okay, time is a factor for me. All right, time is the ultimate factor. Exactly. All right, so see SPY, keep in mind we're inside on SPY. Qs are starting to push the upside, and we're starting to see that rotation out of the Dow into the Qs. Small caps did get a nice little push. They're at VWAP, so again, see if they get bought up. See if SPY can finally get that break and continue push. So current horse in the race for me is Palantir. Right? I do have Palantir trade on. Apple can possibly come into play as well. Apple, I like the 310s. So the Apple, those are zeros. Those expire today. So it's different than the Palantir trade. Okay, so different. Apple, I like how Apple did have some strength on Thursday. So see if Apple can convincingly get above this level. So you can see the major wicks in this area. All right, so be aware of that. Palantir, my stop on Palantir is close below conservative. Let me show you. So Palantir, the dip buy on Palantir is actually where my stop is. So that takes this into account. All right, so my stop is right here. Probably 25 to 30% stop on Palantir if I had to guesstimate. So no close here. So I'm allowing some of those PMH buyers to possibly step in. So if no one buys it off pre-market high, no one buys it off VWAP, okay, then that probably means there's no demand in this area. All right, so my entry on Palantir is right here. Okay. Look at that nasty trap on Apple. SPY on the large time downtrend. Let's take a look on intraday time frame, Fishman, or are you looking at it from the daily, weekly, so on and so forth? All right, so SPY, if we take a look at SPY, bigger picture. All right, we broke out of this massive, major resistance. We got a nice little push to the upside, and we're kind of just stuck in the jaws of Friday's sell-off. Okay, Thursday sell-off, okay? Thursday sell-off just kind of threw a wrench into the equation. Okay, Apple is starting to resurface. So that's what all this back and forth is for. Okay, Apple is starting to go. Apple. Okay, that nice little shake and bake. Apple, I got to get on the retest. Okay. Same type of setup as Tesla. Same type of setup as Tesla. Intel flying. Yep, Intel's gone. If you took Intel, congratulations. Okay, don't chase. When something is flying, okay, it already took off. You have to either wait for it to land. Okay. But you want to go chase. You don't want to go chasing the aircraft and hanging on to the wing. There's a good chance you're not going to make it to the destination by doing that. Apple, nice push on Apple. Tesla possibly coming for that. Palantir possibly going into that VWAP. Give me that retest on Apple. I want to take Apple. If you're patient, Apple was there. SPY possibly looking to break. We're 12 minutes away from the conclusion of first shift, guys. Let's get the likes up. The goal is to get 100 likes during the first hour. So some standouts during first shift is Tesla. Tesla is the standout for first shift. Tesla is a standout. If you haven't already, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 5,800 subs by today. 5,800 subs by today. That'd be great. Okay, and Palantir about to get stopped out here. Palantir testing that VWAP. So the VWAP coincides closely with the conservative. Okay, so Palantir about to get stopped out. My stop is the close. On the 5. Apple. Alright. Could have been a little more patient for Apple. I like Palantir as well, but Apple, nice push on Apple. Tesla and Apple are gone. Palantir. When this candle closes in the next 32 seconds, I don't want it to be below conservative, guys. Okay, I don't want it to be below here on Palantir. Matter of fact, I wanted to see if we can recoil and get above VWAP. If buyers defended off VWAP, that tells us, okay, there's a little bit of demand, sitting through some drawdown, okay, but some demand is still there at that VWAP. If there's no demand, we slice and dice through that VWAP, slice and dice through that PMH, slice and dice under 130. Okay, then it's clear. No one wants it. Or is not deemed valuable at that price by the buyers. They believe they can get it cheaper. Okay. So see Palantir can course correct, start head towards the upside. Apple, anyone catch Apple? If you did, congratulations. Hood, let's take a look at Hood. Yeah, Hood is testing that PMH. You got 113.50. Yeah, nice push on Hood. Nice break. You call that early. Trade wins. Hood is looking like it wants to reclaim PMH. So just see if Hood can reclaim PMH, or if that push above PMH was a trap to drop it back below. All right, so just be mindful on Hood. All right, no trades on SPY, guys. Less is more in these conditions. Tesla got the job done early. See if Palantir can get the job done as well. Sitting in down about 26% on Palantir. Still within our defined risk. See if buyers can be in agreement. Pick it up off of that VWAP. Okay, so SPY. Can SPY finally go? Our first break, our first legit ripple. Okay, as this is taking place, what is VIX doing? VIX is heading towards that 16, which is promising. Qs continue to push the upside. Let's see if the Dow can start to course correct. If you're waiting for shockwave via SPY, just be mindful. We have a triple top here. You got that triple top to decisively get broken. Right, no signal yet. Apple is out of here. Tesla's out of here. Those are the best names so far. Palantir, as it's struggling here, okay. And what will give me a vote of confidence is if Palantir can get above that 130.70. Okay, prior to getting that close below conservative. Okay, now give me a vote of confidence. If it just closes below conservative on the 5, then nothing there. Okay. Possible VWAP reclaim coming up. Okay, SPY. Let's see, SPY is a legit break here. Is this legit? No signal yet. We got the break. We got the ripple. Is the fourth time the charm. This go around, guys, we're seeing the Dow mounting a reversal off those lows. We're seeing the IWM pulling back and trying to go flag off VWAP. We're seeing the Qs lead the way. Okay, and now let's see if Palantir can get lifted. Okay, so finally get that break. There goes Robinhood reclaiming that PMH. Okay, see you get a nice little hold above that. Pull back into this territory for me. Okay, pull back into this territory for me. Okay, you can see the break finally comes in. The ripple finally comes in. Gets that nice push. We're 6 minutes away from first shift, guys. 6 minutes away from first shift. So make sure to like the video. take a minute to stop what you're doing on YouTube and smash the like button. It takes a split second. Okay, split second to do so, but it does tremendous things for the health of our channel. Okay, we have over 180 people joining us and only 60 likes. Okay, so make sure to do that. Okay, see if you can hold above that level. Palantir is starting to course correct. I'm going to give Palantir some time. SPY. Looking at the 750s. If you can come into this green box, count me in. And this right. Let that alert go off. Count me in. If it can't, that's fine. The ones who took it will reap the benefits. Okay. Big rejection on SPY. It broke out. I mean, so right now it's a breakout. And look where Shockwave gives you the signal. Right, so no signal here, no signal here, no signal here, signal here. All right, so this is a critical system-based indicator. If you're a breakout trader, open range type of trader, you must add to your tool belt. It's a must add. Okay, I'm Captain Retest today. Okay, give me that retest. Similar to, I don't even want to look at Tesla. Tesla's out of here, guys. Tesla. And it did give this, I was looking to double dip, but just came a few points shy. If you front ran that, okay. But again, if you came a few points shy from that double dip. Okay, but good on anyone who took Tesla today. Good. A SPY on that last stretch there to the upside. If you took that, good. All right, and that basically wraps up first shift, guys. So first shift, nice trade on Tesla. We got Palantir, pre-existing position in Palantir. See Palantir can continue to push. Okay, possible breakout bring on Palantir. So I'm going to need a little more than that on Palantir. So we'll probably take one more trade to second shift and then be done for the week. No, be done for the day. Not done for the week. Be done for the day. Right now, I like that retest. I like that retest on SPY. It came down to Apple and Palantir. Apple took off. Palantir not doing much. The Dow is pushing to the upside. Dow gravitating towards VWAP. Small caps looking to hold VWAP. SPY, nice hold. SPY pull back in. Okay. And you don't take SPY here. Any of my open range traders, Shockwave traders. If you stayed patient, took that to the upside, that's a nice little scalp. If you want to be done with it, that's probably the cleanest action we saw in this stretch. So I'll hang on to Palantir. Still within the defined risk. Well, no close on the 5 on conservative. That VWAP is holding up. There seems to be a little bit of demand at that VWAP. That's encouraging. If these were short dated contracts, okay, then I wouldn't be holding this long. Okay. Once it came into conservative, I would be out of there. Okay. Come push into this retest territory. So retest, the risk is going to be down here. If you're looking for that dip is going to be here, guys. That PMH and that daily open. That daily open translates to that weekly open. Apple is the strongest can be. Okay, Palantir is trying to mount a reverse on the 15. If we can hold If we can go hammer there, okay, we might get a nice little reversal on Palantir back the upside. All right, but I want that candle's close to be as close as possible to the open on the 15 in the last 22 seconds. So this makes a big difference, guys. Believe it or not, that makes a tremendous, tremendous difference. Turning off the machine for the day, 97% on the account between Thursday and today. Wow, probably won't trade until the 16th. Hit my bi-weekly goal. Beautiful job. Trade wins. Good call, smart call. All right. So Shockwave, scale out on Shockwave. Scale it on Shockwave on SPY. If you took that, good, good, good. So let us know how you did during first shift. First hour of the day's in the books, guys. All right. First hour of the day's in the books. Let us know how you did during the first hour. Still babysitting Palantir here. New 15-minute candle, new hourly candle. If SPY starts to break down, I like Netflix for the breakdown. If SPY starts to break down, keep a close eye on Netflix, bear flag. Okay. SPY is climbing. Where is the support? Here's the support. Despite this messy action, guys, their support is there. We're grinding higher. So we got these highs, and we got this high up here. The way in which we're moving, okay, not the cleanest, it's just terrible movement. Terrible, shaky, erratic movement. Okay, see if Palantir can start to go. I like that push on Palantir. Okay, Palantir, get above 131.11. All right, stay above it, head back towards that territory, and we can possibly be back in business on Palantir. All right, they made us sit through a lot of back and forth, which I like to call scheduled back and forth, or scheduled drawdown. It's part of the plan. Look at this. So in this case, the dip buy on Palantir. So buying it off of this zone rather than the expansion was the best bet. But my execution is here for the calls. And my stop is no close below conservative. Okay. So of course, as we approach this territory, this is where the structure is going to be a structure shifting movement. All right, we get a decisive push above that territory. We shift the structure. We come into this area. We go double top. There still can be a chance of an inverse head and shoulder. And if that gets discounted, we make that equal low or lower low. Then we start to push back the downside. All right, so Palantir can possibly make a push into this territory up here. Put update on the position down 16%. Okay. So in my case, I want to see this push, get this push, and then get that nice move there. All right, that's what I want to see. Okay. So outside of Palantir, outside of the Tesla and Palantir trades, nothing else. See if Palantir can start to go. And the entry on Palantir was just entry at face value. Okay, saw it break, just took the entry right there. Okay, starting to climb, so we can watch Palantir here. We got SPY here on another screen for our team. So this is critical because it can go double top here. Okay, ideally I want it to get a continued push above there. Okay, so see if Palantir can resurface. And the demand from down here can continue to overwhelm the overhead supply. We know there's supply here. I mean, we know there's demand here. Okay. Is the demand going to start to fade? Is the demand going to start to fade? So if it starts to fade, there's still a reversal pattern on watch, which is the inverse head and shoulder. Okay, that's like the last best bet. And then next to that, a double bottom. If that fails, then there's nothing there on Palantir. Okay. Speaking of pulling back, SPY, if they can come with that retest. Count me in. Okay. Just me show me some signs of life. Apple, nice break. So again, guys, no trades on SPY. Very, very tricky conditions, to say the least. As SPY starts to slide, Palantir starts to slide after going double top. So ideally, I want to see SPY hold this retest area. On top of that, we have that 9 EMA as well. So 9 EMA is there as well. Prior rejection territory. So that'll be where my final trade comes in. Okay. So again, make sure you're easing your way into the week. We have a long week ahead of us. Not a lot of catalysts this week. Only 2 red folder catalysts. 1 red folder catalyst during the time we do trade. And that red folder catalyst took place at ISM. The next one is FOMC minutes. That's at 2 p.m. later this week. Okay, that's not going to have too much impact on us trading minute by minute unless you're trading during that window. Okay, see if Palantir can go inverse head and shoulder here. Okay, so you can see right shoulder. Now do we have enough fuel? In this case, it's moving in tandem with SPY. So SPY needs to continue to push the upside. Okay. So in this case, if you're holding positions, you have to have time. You have to buy time. Okay, in our game, time is for sale. In our game, time is for sale. DJT seems to be talking to reporters, not watching, not sure what's talking. What about the Trump accounts? Trump accounts.
Size of this desk. Think of it, you're landing a big chopper. But you know, years ago, and they just got produced, but during my administration, they ordered brand new helicopters, the big ones.
Okay, so be mindful of that. If you don't like the trade when Commander-in-Chief is talking, don't click any buttons. Just wait. He's been talking since the open. Maybe even before the open. Okay, see if SPY 750s can come into play. Come right in. I wanted to resurface as well. Palantir's task is simple. Stay above 131.15. When this 15-minute candle is all said and done in the next 7 minutes, so we're at half-life, essentially. Okay? Make sure you're above 131.11. Okay? If that's available, okay, that tells us, okay, there's still some buyers there. SPY pulling back. We got the Dow starting to reject. Okay, come in. Okay, get a little lower. See if you can dip into it and resurface and wick. All right, so I won't try to get the exact bottom of that candle. See if you can dip into it just a little bit. If you took that already, manage accordingly. Get a little dip into it, a little more of a dip into it. A little more of a dip into it. Look at the 750s. Okay, I'll take it right there. Okay. Couldn't get filled. Let me try again. See, one more push. One more push to the downside. Put an order in right there. Couldn't get filled. Okay, now it wants to go. My order was for 67. 67. Couldn't get that 67 fill. Palantir needs to get its act together. 131.11. Okay, if you took it there, manage accordingly. See if you can dip one more time. Couldn't get filled. One more time. So. Anyone take it there? If you shot your shot there, risk is defined allocated. Just let it play out. See if you can dip one more time. That 9 is there, major. Okay, we got rejection. We get the break, we get the retest. But you see like the action. Look at the price action, guys. Okay. This is where the frustration comes in. You wait for something, you take it, and it's not moving. All right, so that's the kind of conditions we're in. Welcome to July. He's just talking about all sorts of things, but the primary purpose was the Trump accounts. So there's some demand there. Look at that wick. Come back in. It tested that 9. 15s are selling off. Okay, 15s are selling off. Come a little bit more. Okay, is there any signs of a wick? Any signs of life here? Resurface above it. All right, so see if they can start to push it back above it. I'm looking at the 5. I'm looking at the 9 EMA as well. Look at the size of that candle. Index is selling off. Nice bounce on the VIX off 16. I want to recapture that level. I'll be there for it. If we can recapture it, get above it, I'll be there for it. If we just continue to dump, then I won't even take it. Okay. We got Palantir starting to dump as well. If Tesla comes back in, that'd be great. Everything is dumping on everything is selling off here, guys. All right, so aggressive sell-off across all the indexes. SPY coming to VWAP. Palantir. Okay, still within risk, but not able to hold above that 131.11. If Tesla can come into play, that'd be great. Keep a close eye on Netflix. If this is legit dump, we're starting to put some pressure on this trend line support. Okay, first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch. If we can get back above that level, that's the only one I'll take SPY. Reemerge above that retest. Get back above it. And that tells us that the buyers are stepping in. Qs, a little bit of buyers are stepping in there. We got somewhat of a double doji. Double doji action. Get the nice push. Get back above it. Resurface. Okay, I'll take SPY right there. I'm going to SPY calls. Up 7%. Okay, if you need to TP. See, you get some follow through behind that move. Up 10. Up 13. So you get one more push on SPY. Up 13. I'm going to take a majority off right there on SPY at 13%. down to runners. All right. You see how we made that entry, guys? Up 15 on the runners on SPY. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. Okay, we stayed patient. We executed beautifully there. Up 15. All right, so we notice how we let it break and reclaim, resurface back above it. Okay, so make note of that model. I want runners to stay above that initial level as we babysit at 15%. All right, so Palantir, VWAP Palantir. Okay, I'm out of there on SPY. All right, so closing SPY right there. Okay. So out of there on SPY, about 6-7% on those runners. I don't want to sit through any back and forth. All right, so quick, beautiful scalp, resurface, entry model. Okay, peaks back above it. We let it drop below it. In this case, if I did take the entry here, say if I did get filled because I couldn't get filled, I would sit through some drawdown and get that push back the upside. Risk is down here. Palantir, a little concerning here on Palantir, guys. Palantir is struggling here, testing view up once again. Okay, and you want to take that SPY. First trade of the week on SPY works out beautifully. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous trade. Okay, here if you hung on to that, good, good, good. I just wasn't trusting the action too much. From a 5-minute perspective, guys, when in doubt, zoom out. You can see what kind of formation took place. Okay, you can see what kind of formation took place. Okay, so but I do encourage you to pay the trader for your efforts. Conditions are tricky. All right, you're up 1 minute, you're down. All right, so if you see double digits, make sure you compensate the trader. All right, so that would be the last trade of the day. On top of babysitting Palantir. Okay, just keeping it very simple today to kick off the week. So beautiful trade on SPY, beautiful trade on Tesla, and Palantir is still up in the air. Okay, down on the position on Palantir. Okay, theta starting to come into play. We did get a nice little push back at that territory, down a lower double digits. Okay, but in this case, stop me out or give me some kind of appreciation. So we discussed how this is going to be a critical area. We can start to see some pressure. Okay, we can start to see that rejection take place. That rejection leads us at this right shoulder. We get that initial bounce, dead cat bounce. Not enough to get us back to that area. And we're getting a slice through all those levels now. So the last line of defense is a double bottom. If this fails, then as much as I want to hang on to this, okay, that's beyond my risk. Okay, so that's basically what it's going to come down to here. This exact line here. So no close below there. I can accept the wick, but no close below it because I want to see if we can go double bottom. So invalidate that double bottom, and then okay, you know what? There's nothing there. There's nothing there for the taking. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go back to SPY. I'm keeping a close eye on Palantir on a separate screen. So you see that scalp on SPY. The reason why it's so important to be diligent, take it quick. All right, because I don't want to mess with this kind of action. All right, so I don't want to mess with that action. And you don't take SPY there. And you want to take SPY to the upside for the quick scalp on the calls. Scalpers, the cool thing with scalpers, guys, if you're a scalper, is you can navigate any condition. That's the advantage you have. I know everyone is not a scalper, which is okay. But I encourage you to learn about scalping. Okay, because scalpers have the unique ability, okay, to make something out of nothing. So what I mean by that is even if the conditions are not ideal, all right, they're just going to, of course, make the adjustment from the how much risk what the risk surface is, but they still can find something to do, right? As opposed to someone who doesn't have the ability to scalp, but is more of a day trader, likes the position, ideal conditions, momentum trader, right? Then in that case, you don't trade when there's no momentum. All right. So, but scalpers, it's the hardest thing to do, but it's a skill that I would say must learn at this point, because you want to have these different skill sets under your tool belt. It doesn't have to be your bread and butter, but it's always good to have those skill sets, because what if the conditions remain like this for the rest of the week? It's either you do nothing or you learn how to do something. Okay, I scalped SPY puts while you were in the calls. I made some, okay. I see tight stop losses. And move them up as my options go up. Good. Palantir going double bottom. It needs to hold above that VWAP. Palantir, we've been sitting in this in quite some time. The 5 minute on the index is 15 minutes, still grinding higher here. If you decided to hang on to this until further notice, you had the confidence to take it to the highs of the day, maybe you're up 25-30%. Okay. But regardless, guys, the point I want to illustrate is even in these conditions, Shockwave gives you two signals. And to scale out, this one you trade as a scalp. You want to take it to scale out, that's your choice, but it tells you where your risk is. Okay. Palantir continues to struggle here, guys. So Palantir needs to hang on to this double bottom for dear life. It did resurface above that VWAP. So I'm just going to be managing Palantir into the end of the episode. All right. First time viewers, let us know where you're joining from. Long time viewers, take the next steps. Join our community, guys. Make sure to join our community. You have access to all the tools and resources you need to help you on your journey to consistent profitability. Okay, so the live trading and the pre-market prep. The pre-market prep is the most important part of the program. The most important part of the program is the pre-market prep. Okay, SPY just a mess, hot mess, guys. First shift in the books. If you got your work done during that time, stay clean, stay green, stay clean. Something is better than hero and zero. Yeah, hero and zero. How many times can you go zero? How many times is the U.S. is playing today as well, guys? U.S. men's soccer team. So all the North American countries are out, except for the U.S. We can pull it off. Let's beat Belgium. Let's beat Belgium today. Who are you guys rooting for? Tough loss for Canada. Meta, just a hot mess. Meta did get a nice little break to the downside. Again, today's just scalps, guys. Scalp. See profit, take profit. Don't be wrong for long. Okay, conditions like this is just survive in advance. Meta gives you a nice little break to downside. Nice little scalp available for you to take for about $2.60. Okay, that's plenty of room. All right, plenty of room. Think of it like this. You know those boxers who can really fight in the pocket, right? They can really fight in tight spaces. They don't need a lot of space. That's the kind of fight it is today. Okay. In the pocket, stand and bang. You see your shot, you shoot your shot, play defense. You're not going to have a lot of space to do your work. All right, so that's the status of Meta. Okay, scalp to the downside. You see profit, you take profit. You don't take profit, you get stopped out. Concerning here on wait, so other countries left NATO. Not sure. I have no clue. I'm not sure if any countries left NATO. Could be. The one event that was big for the market, if you guys recall, was remember Brexit. A nasty bear flag on Palantir. It looks like Palantir wants to break down. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to part ways with this position if it closes below this level here. All right, so let's see if there's one last wick there. If not, okay. Palantir, pleasure doing business. Stop that on Palantir, 35%. Okay, so here. Gave it a chance. All right. I like the setup. This is the exact same setup as what SPY did. Okay, same setup as SPY. But the only issue is, I would say, at this point is, I mean, it stopped out anyways. Maybe getting a little better of an entry. But that's not gonna make the difference now. It's already stopped out. All right, so 3 trades. Tesla calls worked in our favor nicely. SPY calls nicely, and this was a trade we took in first shift with those further dated contracts to give it a little bit of time and stop out on Palantir. Okay, so 3 trades for the day. More than enough. So some honorable mentions. Apple. To me, came down to Palantir and Apple. Okay, so it looks like Apple was the one that went. So ideally, in a perfect world, I'd be an Apple instead of Palantir. And Apple took off. Okay, so that's gonna be the trade for today. SPY again, be careful, guys. Very, very grindy, very, very choppy. I want to shift your focus to this real quick. Okay. I want to shift your focus to this real quick. Okay, so what do you not see? Okay, sometimes what's more important is the things you don't see rather than the things you see. If you look at the economic calendar, what do you not see? Okay, you don't see, okay, a lot of red folder catalyst. Today was it. The next one is on Wednesday, 2 p.m. I'm not going to be trading at 2 p.m. So can we get movement leading up to the FOMC minutes? Sure. But it's not going to have a direct minute-to-minute impact during the first 2 hours. All right, so we have a lack of catalyst on the economic calendar this week. When there's a lack of economic catalyst on the calendar, okay, price can get very choppy. Price is going to get to its destination, okay, but it can be the long cut, no shortcuts, no freeways, the side roads, the country roads that are not on the map, that take twists and turns, that go up, that go down. All right, so think of it like that. Okay, until when? Until proven otherwise. At least that's my thinking. All right, bigger picture though. Bigger picture, if we are going to expand, it's above that weekly upside breaker. Because now we are within striking distance. Okay, I'd say we're a day. If we get above that weekly upside breaker, all-time high striking distance is right there, guys. Is that less than 2% away? Currently, we're about 1.5% away. So, striking distance from all-time highs, we're only $9 away. But since the ATR has contracted significantly, or going to contract significantly this week, if we have no catalyst, it's going to take us some time. If it's just a regular or normal ATR with a handful of catalysts here and there, $9 move that can easily take place within a span of two trading days, even one if it's a catalyst if it's a major catalyst. Okay, so don't lose sight of where we are, bigger picture. Also, don't let that bigger picture influence your intraday bias. Okay, don't let the bigger picture influence your intraday bias. Separate those two things. Okay, those are two different universes. Okay, although they lead to one another, intraday trading and using the daily time, those are daily time frame. Okay, higher time frames, two different things. It's almost like mixing swing trading and scalping. The only thing they have related to one another is the fact that they're trading. Okay. So keep that in mind, all right? Small caps trying to resurface as well. So the name of the game is patience today. So 3 trades today. 2 worked in our favor nicely. Yeah, PLTR, at this point, PLTR can do whatever it wants. But once I'm out of there, okay, it can do whatever it wants. All right, it can do whatever it wants. It can go all the way to 120, 125. It can go to 130, 135, 140. Okay. And there's no longer. I mean, it is sitting at the very edge of that PMH, so. It does have a 50% retrace. Not yet. Doesn't look like it. No, not yet. Okay, so Palantir. Last trade. Last trade was actually SPY, but Palantir, second trade stopped out. Okay. How we doing today, guys? Hopefully everyone was able to take advantage of some opportunities. If you didn't take any trades due to the conditions, nothing lined up for your setups, or you didn't like how things are moving, that is a win. Okay, that is a win. If you got stopped out, you saw your setups, you got stopped out, you respected your risk, that is a win. It might not seem like a win today, but bigger picture, that's a win. If you took the risk, you took a setup, you took your setups, and you're green up to this point, if you're clean, okay, keep it that way. All right, fight for your green. Keep it clean, guys. All right, make sure to do that. Make sure to do that. Tesla's out of here, guys. Tesla completely gone. We got Nvidia testing that VWAP. In the event of a significant breakdown, rejection, keep a close eye on that flag on Netflix off that VWAP. We had that compression on Netflix brewing. SPY, slow grind higher. Okay, let's just zoom out to the 5 real quick. Okay, despite the action, which way are the EMAs pointing? Are they pointing up, pointing down, or relatively flat? They're like branches, okay? Right, it's like a branch just reaching for the sun. Okay, each one of these EMAs are trying to get as close as possible to the sun. In this case, 751.24. So despite the action, the low ATR movement, we are pushing to the upside, which is tricky for some traders to understand, because what happens is within the ebbs and flows of this bigger picture push to the upside, slow grind push, they get lost in the sauce. Okay, they start to flip bias, flip based on what's going on the lower time frames, or what's going on the one. So the one, if you don't know how to use the one properly, okay, it can really get deceiving, right? So I encourage you, after a certain time, just zoom out to the time frame above. Okay, so first hours in the books, zoom out to the 5. The reason why you want to use the one, okay, the case I make to use the one, if you know how to use the one, you can use the one for the entire day. But for some people that don't know how to use the one, they're not proficient with the one. When the market opens up initially, okay, you don't have data. You have 0 candles. Okay, so for the first 5 minutes, okay, you have 1 5-minute candle. That's not enough data. But with the 1 minute time frame, you have 5 1 minute candles. Okay, now you're starting to get some information if you're proficient in candle reading. All right. So the further away you go from the open, the more data you have. Okay, so too much data might not be good for you as well. You can zoom out to the 5. Okay, then you can start to get the bigger picture. Then you can kind of start to see the patterns emerging. Okay, so if you're not proficient with the 1, that's what I would suggest to do. That's a pro tip. All right, so it looks like Palantir trying to recapture that VWAP. If it does, that's good. Meta testing VWAP. We got above it. NVIDIA retesting VWAP as well. It was trading above it, coming back for that retest. Coming back for that retest. And Palantir is starting to go. So it looks like I want to grab those lows. That PMH test. So that expansion might have been a little too expensive. Tesla continues to grind higher, guys. Tesla's above 410. Tesla is above 410. MVP goes to Tesla. France, yeah, France. I think France can take it as well. Cup close, IWM, good, good, good. So we'll do the end of the stream poll here shortly, guys. Okay, so we got, look, that's what it was. So we got last month's performance. It looks like 58% of our group, guys, was in the green. If you haven't filled out that poll question, it's over now. All right, so 58%, 8% in the yellow. So only 33% of the group was red on the month of June. All right, so if you did join us for the month of July, all right, if this is your first month, here we go, Palantir. Here we go, Palantir. So it looks like you just want to stop out there and go. Okay, let's do a hypothetical. Even if I'm in the position here, all right, still in drawdown, the time when it will start to work in my favor is above this territory here, at minimum. Okay, so sometimes what happens is you get stopped out, and then you see a resurgence from your stop. Okay, don't be deceived. Time has passed since then. Okay, still going to need to move beyond a certain point. Okay. And it happens at times as well. It happens. It comes with the territory. Because that stop is protecting you from the time where it just continues to fall and there's no bottom. That's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. Okay. That's all it's doing. Nice move though. Nonetheless, nice move on Palantir. Because that now the Dow's starting to resurface as well. The Dow's starting to push. We're starting to see the Q starting to pull back. Just got off SPY call from 749. Dip done for the day. One trade. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Again, guys, make sure to like the video on YouTube. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. 150 likes. We'll do the giveaway before 11:30 in the next 21 minutes. All right. We're currently at 80 likes. 80 likes. Palantir is going, guys. Palantir is going. Okay, it's probably trying to get back to break even. The contracts I had on Palantir were at 92. So it's still at 82, so you're still down. But it is making a nice move to the upside. Nonetheless. Google. Actually, let's take a look at it here, okay? So let's take a look at it on the hourly. Let's run through some tickers. Broadcom. AMD. Nice push on AMD. TSM. Starting to struggle here a little bit. Intel. Nice initial push. Getting some push back off that PMH. We got Meta. Not doing much. We got Micron. Not doing much. We got Tesla. Nice expansion on Tesla. Tesla's headed back towards this territory up here. 413, 416 area. Nice push on Tesla. So you can see Tesla pushing to the upside. JPM. Okay, initial push inside Palantir. Okay, a lot of back and forth. But it's starting to resurface here. Alright. See if Palantir can break above those highs. Google. Okay, look at Google's chart. Okay, Google. Range bound. Can you trade it within that range? Sure. But if you're a momentum expansion trader, alright, you have to wait for this this to break out. Okay, and on top of that, on the daily time frame, Google has a very interesting. So there's a setup on Google on the daily. Okay, nice bearish channel on Google, looking to break that channel, sitting right at that break point. All right, so Google can possibly be a swing, but not a day trade. Just refer to the daily time frame. Okay, make sure you have the right contracts. Make sure you have the right strike. Okay, assess Google. There might be a swing opportunity on Google. Amazon, mess. Walmart, starting to slide. Apple, nice expansion. Apple also had a beautiful daily time frame as well. All right, so Apple, that was there for the taking. We discussed it this morning as well. Microsoft, retest, nice bounce. Oracle, CrowdStrike, nice push on CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike did have a split. SNDK, SpaceX. Okay, SpaceX broke above. Remember that channel that SpaceX was trading in? Broke above it, now it's back in that channel. Okay, so showed some signs of life. Traders take advantage. Comes back in, no retest, comes back in that range. So if you're a trader, this is more than enough. You're not looking to take this back into 200 plus. Okay, there's a nice appreciation to the upside. So at some point in time, SpaceX will be available. But for now, not trading SpaceX until the IV at least returns below, gets below 50%. It's at 89. CRWV, we got Baba on the verge of a break. We keep a close eye on that flag. Bear flag on Baba on the daily. Pan W, nice push. Boeing, nice push on Boeing. Robinhood, nice push. Retest on Robinhood as well. Remember this morning we talked about that retest, guys. Retest comes into play. Also, United Health retest if the Dow continues. Starbucks, okay, selling off aggressively. Disney not doing much. CRCL, Lilly, of course, Lilly's the MVP. It tested that all-time high last week. Tested all-time high. Okay, it bounced off it initially, but Lilly is a monster. All right, Lilly's a pricey name. Contracts are spready. If you never traded Lilly before, okay, do your ticker due diligence. It's not going to move as smooth as SPY and some of these other names that you're used to. It has a different movement. Okay. So that's a quick rundown. Hopefully you got the Google breakdown as well. So Palantir, guys. Palantir is on fire. Okay, so I just decided to shake me out and go. That's fine. And Palantir actually gave another signal to the upside. So Palantir stopped out 35. There's a possibility to re-engage here, but I had no interest in taking a fourth trade. Okay, so even say if you take this here, you get stopped out, you take it again. All right, you're back in position. So 1 to 1, 1 to 1. So you should be up 35 to 40%. If you have a fresh position from that point. Okay. Have no fear, it's Palantir. SPY coming back for that retest. All right, so back and forth on SPY, guys. Back and forth on SPY. Who's done for the day? I don't see a lot of done for the days today. All right, so today is just a matter of survive and advance. Survive and advance. This entire week's going to be survive and advance, if you ask me. Okay, so you don't want to shoot too many shots in this kind of environment. Pick your spots effectively. Rely on your experience. Trust your setups. Trust your levels. All right, so this is where inexperienced traders really start to struggle. Done for now. Good, good, good. No trades. Good. That's a good trade. No trade is the best trade. No harm. Capital, mental capital still preserved, and your actual capital still preserved. Good, good, good. SPY just chopping around, guys. Chopping around. And a big shout out to everyone tuning in today as well. All right, you could be doing anything else. It's the heart of the summer season. All right, but you're tuning in to a trading stream, wherever you're tuning in from, to learn. All right, there's a million other things you can be doing. but you're really spending your time watching the content. Average watch time past few episodes, again, always above 40 plus minutes, guys. That's a huge number, especially in this microwave, short attention span, clips, shorts, short form content type of environment. That 40 minutes is a huge number. That's the average duration. Right, so you guys are really spending your time watching the content, making the most use of it, and that's what it's designed to do. So it's not designed to be short form. It's not designed to be quick hits of dopamine. All right, for you to really get the most out of it, you're gonna have to watch a good chunk of it. It's not just trade. Right, so on days like this, it's just survive and advance. So if you're used to that speed, it's trade. Fast. Okay? Conditions like this are your kryptonite. Right, so start to learn or have the ability to identify which conditions work best for you. The quicker you can do that, okay, the better chance you have of surviving. When you first come into the game, your job is not to thrive. Okay? Your job is just to learn how to survive. Because there's so many things you're learning. You're learning strategy, you're learning risk management, you're learning psychology, you're learning a host of so many things within those silos, within those domains. There's domains within those domains. Within those domains, there's subdomains. You're learning so much. On top of that, on top of the learning curve for each of the domains and subdomains, you're looking to thrive. And that's not how it works. That's not how anything works. Okay, you have to take the slow path. I know it doesn't sound appealing, but that's the path. Learn the things you need to learn. Have a solid understanding of the basics. Okay, solid understanding of the basics. Master the basics. Master the fundamentals. The fundamentals of support, resistance, the fundamentals of key levels, the fundamentals of price action, the fundamentals of candlesticks, the fundamentals of trend indicators, the fundamentals of range bound trading, expansion trading, continuation trading, reversal trading. Okay, so just master those fundamentals. Everything else, to be honest, is just bells and whistles. And once you have that down, once you master the fundamentals, then the more you expose yourself to the game, to the landscape, to the terrain of trading, you'll start to adapt. You'll start to learn how to survive. You'll have big wins. You'll have big losses. You'll have small wins. You'll have small losses. You'll be right on the chart, but be wrong according to your risk management protocol. You would learn about FOMO, what FOMO is. You'll learn about what greed is and how greedy you are, how greedy we all are deep down. How fearful you are, how fearful we all are deep down. And then when you go through all of that with the mentality to learn and survive, right, you will have the tools and you'll have the experiences needed to thrive. Right? So it's not just one thing alone, guys. It's not just one thing alone. It's a multitude of things. Okay? It's impossible to be great at this by accident. Right? It's impossible to be great at this by accident for a long period of time. Can you get lucky? Yeah, you can get lucky. Right? Do miracles happen? Yes, miracles happen. But that can't be the backbone of your strategy. Right? What can you do repeatedly every single day, multiple times a day, for 252 days maximum? If you trade every single day, or if you trade less than that, whatever the day is, however many days that is. All right, so that's what you're going to be focusing on. Especially beginners in the chat, especially the ones who started off, you're still in your first year, maybe second year. Okay, you had a taste of victory, you had a taste of defeat. Okay, you combated some of the psychological ups and downs. Okay, everything you're experiencing, guys, you're gonna be leveraging it. You're going to be leveraging it. So it's just a learning experience. Okay, TP1 finally hit after this 10:44 a.m. Eastern break. Okay, 10:44 a.m. Eastern break. That was a 40-minute. It took 40 minutes. All right, my experienced traders, you guys know what to do, guys. You guys know what to do. Just rinse, repeat, refine, and put the proper guardrails in place to not allow any room of old habits, okay, try to resurface. Okay, cut them right at the root. Cut it out right away. So if you see yourself, hey, you know what, you're holding, you say you take a trade, and your stop is at a certain level, and then you hold beyond that level, and then you still hold, and you still hold, and you still hold, and say you get that relief pop back the upside, okay, stop that behavior right there. Don't let that behavior start to happen multiple times and turn into habit. All right. So that's gonna be the biggest thing to do for the ones that are in that cap. All right. Okay, I'm done for the day. 17% green. Good, good, good. If you're green in these conditions, guys, tremendous job. And were there vehicles to get you to green today? Yes, there were. There was small caps early. There was SPY. Okay. Individual names. There was Tesla. There was Apple. And there was Palantir more recently. So Palantir required 2 shots. Okay, so I shot my shot, stopped out, but nonetheless, it did work out. You can see here. So the one that I took was kind of on my own strength. Okay, it was Shockwave gave the signal, and then kind of wanted to see if I can get that, reclaim that territory, stopped out here. Comes back in, Shockwave says take the calls here, and it continues to push. Tesla. This was a nice trade, right? Tesla, I like this trade. Looks, I think ISM just spooked me here a little bit, right? But Tesla, nice push on Tesla, guys. Tesla's out of here. So Tesla's the MVP, and right behind that, co-MVP Apple. Okay, so Apple was on our radar from pre-market. Tesla just came to our radar during shockwave time. So Apple, nice push on Apple. And Apple can be on its verge to all-time highs, guys. Apple can be on the verge of all-time highs. Yeah, Apple. So all-time highs on Apple possibly brewing today or tomorrow. Okay, so nice move on Apple. Broadcom. Okay, nice little bounce on Broadcom. Baba, that breakdown still brewing. Oracle inside. Google, okay, inside. If that candle stays inside for the whole day. Tomorrow, Google's interesting intraday as well. If you're looking for swings on Google, okay, channels breaking. Do your due diligence. Walmart, nice inside candle. Costco starting to slide. Okay, we did get a nice little drop to the downside here. Coinbase coincides with Bitcoin. The closer Bitcoin gets to 60K, okay, the closer Coinbase gets to these lows. If Bitcoin slices and dices through 60K, Coinbase goes below 140. If Bitcoin kind of just chops around, stays where it is, more than likely Coinbase chops around between where it is below that 50 MA. Okay, that's going to be a thematic based idea. We have Disney still inside, McDonald's. Okay, bigger picture divergence on McDonald's. Keep a close eye on that. Apple and Netflix as well. Netflix inside. Okay, so that's the watch for this week. Okay, so Apple continues to grind higher. SPY, slow grind higher, guys. Where is Google going? Okay, so with that question, D, the question becomes how much time do I have? Or the question becomes when, right? Where's Google going is going to be based on when. Do I have until the end of the year? All right, do we have until the end of the year? Is it the next month, a few months, a few weeks, a few days? Okay, what happened to my draw on Google? End of year, possibly all-time high. Now we have a lot of time to do that, right? That's the easy. That's not some major forecast. All right, end of year, that's a possibility. Within the next few weeks, or within this week and next week, 2 weeks, within the next 10 days. Okay, Google can very well be in the 370s. Okay, if this is a legitimate break, Google should not have any issues within the next 10 days getting to the 370s. Once it gets to the 370s, all right, then now becomes a question of, okay, does it have more? Is there more fuel behind it? What's the weekly time frame doing? Where's the direction on the weekly? Okay, what's the monthly time frame doing? We still have to take out the monthly high. That monthly high closely coincides with the 370, at this exact level right there. All right, so no coincidence that the monthly high is also here as well. So between now and the end of the month, or the next 10 days, Google can very well be at the 370s. Once it gets here, it has a chance to, of course, reject, come back lower, or continue to push above 370s, okay, and then possibly make one last run into all-time highs. And it does have a little bit of traffic up here in the 380s, high 380s, low 390s. That's where Google is. Where do you think Tesla will switch up? To the downside. And from an intraday perspective, Tesla. So Tesla still has room to push. Tesla can see some contention here at that daily upside breaker, prior day's highs. $412, $414 should slightly below $415. Right, but again, this is a freight train. All right, so if it gets above that daily upside breaker, it can very well do that. But that if I had to pick an area where it can start to slow down, it's going to be in this area here. 412 to 414. Basically, where it's approaching 412.83, 414, 44. Okay, some good questions. Anything else, guys? Anything else to close right at 12 o'clock? Anything else? Anything else? We'll do the end of stream poll here as well. Let's do the end of stream poll. 69% done for the day. Beautiful job. Great job to kick off the week. Great job to kick off the month. Let's see if, as a unit, by the end of the month, guys, we can try to get above 70% of the team green. I know it's not. That's a tall task, but I believe it's doable. I would love everyone to be green and prosperous every minute of the day. But the reality is, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough challenge, but it's doable. So let's shoot for 70%, guys. So let us know you did. Answer the end of the stream poll. And that's on the month. That's not easy. That's not easy at all. So congratulations to everyone who closed out their first month of green last, or the month of green, even if it's not your first month, last month. Okay, congratulations to you guys. So rinse and repeat is the protocol. 2 500 candles paid for Rolls Royce on SPY. 1630. Okay. Who's also done for the day? Almost done. Scalp 21%. 10%. IWM third shift. Okay, it's just trades off the key levels. We know we're kind of past that shockwave window. So it looks like there's a lot of interest on IW in this area. If you're looking to trade IW, get the dips on the low, get the calls on the low, okay, off support. There's a major support on IW. All right, expansions on IW. They're giving some scalps, but no real follow through so far. So I would say if I was trading IW third shift or later during the day, I'll keep a close eye on the 298.47, 298.74. All right, so we can see that the buyers continue to show up here, and they're more than willing to pay. All right, so a lot of demand down there. So we'll deem this demand until proved otherwise. And we have some overhead resistance up here, or a lot of supply up here. All right, we'll deem this supply. So barring some kind of expansion outside of this zone, these are the best areas to trade. Right, so alerts will be very effective in this area. Let me know if that answers your question now, real quiet. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, we'll look to wrap up today at 12. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. Let's get the subscriptions up. Make sure to subscribe. Help us get to 5,800 subs. SPY, slow grind, slow markets. Slow markets. After we wrap up on YouTube, guys, I'll end this stream here as well. I'm streaming from a different location in video calls. All right, so less is more in these conditions, team. Less is more in these conditions. If you have shockwave, right? I know NVIDIA's been frustrating for a lot of you guys, but system continues to provide. Calls. Outside of that, NVIDIA hasn't been too trustworthy intraday. Right? As there's so many other names. It's just think of it like this. You have a unit of risk. Okay? You have this unit of risk that you can deploy. All right? That's all it is. That's what trading is. You have a bunch of units of risk you can deploy. Okay? You can deploy this unit of risk anywhere. You can deploy it to we'll just say we'll use Mag 7 for our example. You can deploy it to one of the Mag 7 names. You can deploy it to one of the indexes. Okay, you can deploy it to individual names based on the thematic names, right? Maybe earnings catalyst, maybe news catalyst, whatever the case may be. Maybe it's a rotation type of play. So you can deploy this unit of risk anywhere, right? But if a particular ticker is not giving you the optimal reward for your risk at a high enough probability, right? Although you're using the same strategy for all of them, all right? You don't have to necessarily just fall in love with that one ticker. You can say, hey, who else is providing a better opportunity? Who else is providing better follow through? Okay, rather than just forcing that one thing on that one particular name. All right, but if you trade 15, 20 strategies, then it's different. Okay, so very important to understand that. So far, we got some action in the semis. Okay, we got some extra action in healthcare. Healthcare giving back some of those profits we saw last week. Healthcare was a standout. So if you go to our recap here in the Discord, you can see healthcare was a standout. And now we're seeing that money, some profits being taken out of healthcare and flowing into XLK. Okay. That's what we're seeing. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Okay, so great way to kick off the week. We will go over how to join the community. We'll take any more questions, and then we'll look to wrap it up here shortly. All right, so these summer months, guys, we've said it from the very beginning, leading up to the summer months. I know I've had an emphasis on the summer months, but I kept talking about summer, all the way in March. All right, just preparing you guys for this kind of action. Okay, in April, in February, we brought up summer months a few times. Right, the importance of understanding how conditions change. The importance of paying attention to seasonality. Not from the standpoint of this has to happen this month, but the standpoint of how price moves in these different seasons. And this is one of the features of this season. Slow grind type of movement. Okay, Amazon is starting to resurface here. Tesla's out of here, guys. Tesla just cracked 412. Palantir above that weekly upside breaker. Meta starting to resurface. Nice flag on Palantir off that level as well. Slow grind. Take a look at this new shift here, guys. So if you traded last shift, let us know how you did. Make sure you make notes in your journal. Per usual, we grab prior shift highs. We get a nice little drop to the downside, okay, for a nice little scalp. Take the puts. See what 55-cent appreciation. And if you take it into this area, 40-cent appreciation. All right, so the elephant in the room is this weekly upside breaker. The elephant in the room is this weekly upside breaker, which is also that daily upside breaker. So small caps, QQQ and SPY, all very close to their highs of the day. The Dow is the laggard, but it is starting to show some promise back the upside. It's playing catch up. It's playing catch up. Okay. 750. Okay, we cracked 750. That hold will be critical on the retest. Look at these candles, guys. This is equivalent to watching paint dry, watching grass grow. Okay, so 14 minutes until 12 o'clock. 14 minutes. So 69% of the chat on YouTube believes we're going to make an all-time high this week. What's the watch list? SPY. We're paying attention to SPY here. Paying attention to SPY, we have Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Tesla, Meta, Netflix, Palantir. Also on watch as well. So it's basically flags on Tesla. If you're looking for trades, flags on Tesla and Apple until it's broken. Palantir flags as well. If we continue to grind higher. So put up a poll question on YouTube as well. Let us know how you did today. And we will look to end the stream here shortly. So let us know how you did, guys, on YouTube. Okay. So this is no surprise, guys. No surprise. All right. This shouldn't come off as a surprise. Google continues to push. Google full circle, sitting right at that 360. Google, if you take the 10th, the 370 July 10th don't look too bad on Google. So I'll put that to my watch list. Okay. So I'll revisit Google, because Google, when it does go, it can go, guys. Is a massive, massive break. All right, so I'll revisit Google at some point in time today, and I'm looking at the 370 July 26 calls. July 10th, I should say, not July 26th, July 10th calls. That puts us at Friday. So at minimum, that's even a little short if you're looking to swing it. But we'll revisit Google at some point in time, maybe later this afternoon, and see if there's anything there for us. Okay. If you're in Google already, good. Manage accordingly. Netflix finally starting to break back down. Okay, that flag break, that compression break. See if it hasn't followed through all the way back into 75. Address 76, whole number first. Okay, 100% of the chat green so far. Wow, okay. So keep watch on Google, guys. Do your due diligence, okay? Take a look at Google. See what you see. Before you take any trades, define your risk. Okay. Look at this chop, guys. Very, very choppy. Chop shop, to say the least. Strikers, any questions? Any questions, strikers? Any questions, guys? Looks like Palantir continues to go. Palantir continues to go. Tesla continues to go. Apple continues to go. So if they continue to ascend, just look for flags. If you're looking for trades, continuation patterns. Tesla out of here. PLTR also out of here. So 9 EMA, key level, compression. That's what you're going to look for. So write this down. If a name continues to push, okay, 9 EMA. Key level. Price action. Okay. That's your trifecta. That's your SAT trifecta. Okay. Boom. That's all. That's what you can take. If you're using the 5, use the 5 or 5 model. 5-minute entry, 5-minute stop. So very, very tight approach. You enter on the candle closure. You enter on candle closure. Okay, once the candle closes, then it breaks that level, that's when you take it. All right, so hopefully make note of this, guys. This is a gem. So make note of this. Look for it. Study it, back test it, forward test it, and then apply it. Okay, guys. If you have no questions, guys, we'll look to wrap it up here. As always, thank you for tuning in. Folks on YouTube, make sure to take the next steps. Join our community. You can do that by going to smartactiontrade.com. Smartactiontrade.com. All of the features of our community are available there. Okay, you can join the community by clicking the community tab. There's a free tier community available to everyone. You can join there and progressively make your progress towards the monthly, progress towards the yearly, so on and so forth. If you did join for the yearly, the 4th of July special, all right, you have access to this tier here. All right, you have access to this tier, so make sure to send me your TradingView username. I'll give you access to Shockwave for 90 days. That comes with your package. Again, that's all available to you. If you're looking to join the community, use the code TRIAL30. That'll give you some discount on this monthly tier. You have access to live trade with us every single day, high winner trade ideas, like a prep stream. You also have access to our Get Started Day Trading course, key level indicator, and a growing library of private videos that's available to you. All right, so everything is available to you there. If you're looking to get access to the indicator, take advantage while this pricing is available. The quarterly tier courses, that's also available, guys. The giveaway is still up for grabs. So when you're coming in, okay, and between 9:30 and 10:30, 100 likes will automatically qualify for this giveaway at no charge. All right, no charge, no strings attached. You have access to that. If you don't have access to the courses, you're looking to get up to speed, take advantage of the course. Coaching calls also available as well, guys. Make sure to take advantage of that as well. So coaching, courses, whatever you need is all available. Visit smartactiontrade.com. And the bundle, if you're looking to go to the yearly or the indicator lifetime, this is the best bang for your buck. Okay, that comes with 12 months access. That comes with our indicator, the Shockwave suite, the Shockwave 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, whatever comes after that, you have access to all of them. Coaching call, as well as a bootcamp ticket. It's all available to you. Okay, so all the tools, resources, if it's individual support, if it's the education, if it's the community side by side, along with other traders, or if it's the tools, indicators, everything is available to you on our site at smartactiontrade.com. All right, that's available to you for the month of July. Okay, we're gonna have 15 spots for the month of July. Once that fills up on the monthly tier, that's filled up. All right, so this will be the last month. This will be the last month before our next price increase. So if you're in, you are in. All right, so everything's available to you on our site. All right, so you start free. You start to watch on YouTube for free. You join the free tier Discord. You get the free news feed of a couple of free resources and tools there. You get familiar with the way we approach the market. Okay, you start to learn the system. You start to join our community, and you upgrade your environment. All right, that is the natural 3-step way to take advantage of all the tools and resources. Okay. So again, guys, I'll drop the link to the site if you're interested in anything there. We will see you guys tomorrow, folks on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in as always. Make sure to like the video on your way out. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and help us get to 5,800 subs by the end of this week. We can do it. Let's see if we can get there by the end of this week. All right, the link is down below. On that note, guys, if you're green, stay clean. If you're still in the trenches, be very, very selective where you decide to attack. Very slow. It's a slow grind higher. So structurally, we'll continue to push higher. Use the higher time frames to see where we are. Grand scheme of things, and don't let 1 minute just a one or two 1 minute candles, okay, influence your bias. All right. On that note, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, and God bless each one of you.